Welcome to another epic dive into Norse mythology. Today, we're uncovering one of the most iconic symbols in all mythology, Thor's hammer, Mjölnir. You've probably seen it in movies, comics, and even games, but do you really know all its secrets? From the mysterious way it was forged to the hidden powers most people have never heard of, Thor's hammer is more than just a weapon. It's a symbol of justice, protection, and magic. In this video, we'll reveal the untold stories and shocking truths behind Mjölnir that you've never heard before. Stick around because what we'll uncover will blow your mind. Chapter 1. The Mysterious Origins of Mjölnir. To truly understand the power of Mjölnir, we need to go back to its very creation, a story filled with mischief, divine intervention, and a bit of chaos, all thanks to the trickster god Loki. The myth begins in Asgard, home of the Norse gods, where Loki once again found himself in trouble. This time, Loki had gone too far by cutting off the golden hair of Thor's wife Sif while she slept. Sif, known for her beauty and golden locks, was devastated, and Thor, enraged, threatened Loki with severe punishment. To save himself, Loki promised to restore Sif's hair by having the dwarves, legendary craftsmen of magical items, create something even better. Loki approached the dwarves, Sindri and Brokkr, asking them not only to restore Sif's hair, but also to create gifts for the gods. The dwarves, known for their unparalleled skill, agreed and set to work, creating a number of magical items, one of which was Mjölnir. However, Loki couldn't resist playing one last trick. As the dwarves were forging the hammer, Loki transformed himself into a fly and bit Brokkr on the eyelid, trying to distract him. Despite this, Brokkr persisted, but the hammer's handle came out shorter than intended. This small imperfection would forever be part of Mjölnir, yet it did nothing to diminish the hammer's immense power. Thor received the hammer and was immediately enchanted by it. Mjölnir wasn't just any weapon. It was a tool capable of leveling mountains and bringing forth devastating storms. But it had a strange quirk. To wield it, Thor needed special iron gloves called Jarngriper and a magical belt, Megingjörd, to amplify his strength. Though Mjölnir was primarily used in battle, smashing enemies with the force of 1,000 lightning strikes, it also had a gentler side. In Norse culture, Mjölnir was used to bless marriages, consecrate children, and even bring back the dead under the right conditions. Its dual nature made it a symbol not only of destruction, but also of protection and life. And the story of Mjölnir's creation doesn't just end there. The hammer was imbued with magical properties far beyond its physical appearance. But to understand why Mjölnir was so revered, we must first delve deeper into its powers. Chapter 2. Powers Beyond the Myth. Most people think of Mjölnir as simply Thor's weapon for smashing enemies, but it's far more than just a tool for destruction. Mjölnir holds mystical powers that few know about, and these hidden abilities are what truly make it legendary. First, we have its most famous ability, control over lightning and thunder. With Mjölnir in hand, Thor could summon and command storms at will, making him the god of thunder. The sight of Thor raising his hammer into the sky and calling down lightning became a symbol of divine power and authority. Lightning wasn't just an attack, it was a manifestation of Thor's divine connection to the elements. A hidden layer to Mjölnir's powers that's often overlooked. One of the hammer's lesser-known abilities is its power to revive the dead. In a particular tale, Thor and Loki once visited the home of a poor farmer. To provide food for the family, Thor slaughtered his own goats and served them for dinner. But after the meal, he used Mjölnir to bless the bones and bring the goats back to life. This story shows that Mjölnir wasn't just a tool of destruction. It was also capable of bringing life back from the brink of death, as long as the bones remained unbroken. This power hints at Thor's role not just as a warrior, but as a protector of life. Another significant aspect of Mjölnir is its use as a symbol of protection. Vikings wore amulets shaped like Mjölnir, believing the hammer could shield them from both physical harm and spiritual dangers. These Mjölnir amulets were seen as a defense against evil spirits, curses, and ill fortune. For the Vikings, carrying Mjölnir wasn't just a fashion statement. It was a spiritual shield in a world full of dangers, both seen and unseen. Then there's Mjölnir's role during Ragnarok, the Norse apocalypse. During this catastrophic event, Thor would use Mjölnir to fight against the giants, the ancient enemies of the gods. His role as protector of both gods and humans was never more apparent than during this final battle. Despite the apocalyptic destruction that Ragnarok brings, Mjölnir's presence symbolizes hope and protection for those who survive the end of the world. Through these tales, we see Mjölnir as more than just a war tool. It's a symbol of life, protection, and the preservation of order in the universe. Thor's hammer is a reminder that even the most powerful forces of destruction can also be forces of creation and rebirth. Chapter 3. The Symbolism of Mjölnir. Beyond its physical powers, Mjölnir carries immense symbolic weight in Norse culture. Its significance stretches beyond just being Thor's weapon. It touches every aspect of life and death, from the blessings of marriage to the opening of the gates to Valhalla. One of the most fascinating aspects of Mjölnir is its role in Norse weddings. During the Viking Age, Mjölnir was used to bless marriages, ensuring the union would be prosperous and fertile. A key part of the wedding ritual involved placing Mjölnir in the bride's lap as a symbol of protection and fertility. In a world filled with uncertainty, Mjölnir represented a stable force, something that could offer security in both life and the family's future. But Mjölnir wasn't only a symbol of new beginnings, it also played a role in funerary rituals. When a Viking warrior died, Mjölnir was believed to have the power to consecrate the dead and guide their souls to the afterlife. Specifically, it could help them reach Valhalla, the great hall of the slain, where those who died in battle were honored by Odin himself. For those who did not die in battle, Mjölnir offered protection for their journey to Hel, the land of the dead, ruled by the goddess Hel. Mjölnir was also seen as a cosmic symbol. Its dual nature, both destructive and protective, mirrored the balance of life itself. In Norse cosmology, the world was a delicate balance between chaos and order, life and death, war and peace. Mjölnir embodied that balance. It could crush Thor's enemies with brutal force, but it could also consecrate a marriage or bless a newborn child. And while its spiritual role in Viking society was central, Mjölnir also became a symbol of resistance during the Christianization of Scandinavia. As Christianity spread through the region, many Norse people resisted by continuing to wear Mjölnir amulets, quietly showing their devotion to the old gods and their way of life. The hammer became not just a weapon of the gods, but a tool of silent rebellion against the pressures of a new faith. Even today, Mjölnir holds deep meaning in modern pagan and Norse-inspired spiritual practices. People wear Mjölnir pendants as a way to connect to their ancestry, to invoke Thor's protection, or to symbolize their own inner strength. In this way, Mjölnir has become a timeless symbol, one that transcends mythology and has become a universal emblem of power and resilience. Chapter 4. Mjölnir in popular culture and modern symbolism. As we transition from ancient myth to the modern world, we find that Mjölnir has lost none of its power or appeal. In fact, Mjölnir's influence has only grown in the 21st century, largely due to its depiction in popular culture, particularly in the Marvel universe. Marvel's version of Mjölnir, wielded by Chris Hemsworth's Thor, has introduced millions to the ancient weapon. While the movies take creative liberties, the essential character of Mjölnir remains intact. It is still a symbol of worthiness, where only those who possess the right qualities can wield its immense power. This idea of being worthy has become a cultural touchstone, with fans around the world wondering if they, too, could lift Thor's hammer. Beyond Marvel, Mjölnir has appeared in video games, books, TV shows, and even tattoos. The hammer's image has become synonymous with strength and integrity. Whether it's being used to battle aliens or smashed into concrete by cosplayers at conventions, Mjölnir's presence in modern media reminds us that mythology is far from dead. It's alive and well, reimagined for new generations. But there's more to Mjölnir in modern times than just comic books and movies. It has also been adopted as a personal symbol by those who feel connected to its legacy of protection and strength. For many, wearing a Mjölnir necklace is a way to channel Thor's attributes: bravery, honor, and the desire to protect loved ones. Mjölnir has become a bridge between the ancient and the modern, between mythology and reality. In a world that can feel overwhelming and chaotic, the hammer is a reminder that power lies not just in strength, but in being worthy of the responsibility that comes with it. Just as Thor used Mjölnir to protect his people, today's followers wear it as a symbol of protection against the trials of life. If you're a fan of Thor or fascinated by Mjölnir's enduring legacy, why not bring a piece of that power into your home? We have a stunning Thor-inspired art poster in our shop that captures the essence of the mighty hammer. You can find the poster and other mythological artwork by clicking the link in the description. And there you have it, the hidden secrets of Thor's hammer Mjölnir revealed. From its mystical origins and powers to its deep-rooted symbolism in Norse culture, and even its modern-day significance, Mjölnir is far more than just a weapon. It's a legacy, a symbol that has stood the test of time, representing strength, protection, and balance. Whether you admire Thor in the myths or through the Marvel universe, the hammer remains a universal emblem of what it means to be worthy. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Norse mythology. If you enjoyed uncovering the mysteries of Mjölnir, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the myths, legends, and fascinating tales of the past.